Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be showing you guys how to create this amazing L-shaped desk. If you guys look at this beauty, you can see that it has a lot of storage underneath and that it is just really the greatest thing to just make sure that your craft station stays clean. For me, it was really hard to keep my craft station clean because I just didn't know where everything went. With so many different crafts and so many different things, I just needed storage. So we'll show you guys exactly how we went over and beyond to create this beautiful large double-decker L-shaped desk that I also can, let's see, push back for more space in my office. So let's say I don't want to work today and I just want to be at my desk over there, or just anything really. I can go ahead and push it back, just like that. And then we have more space for other things we like to do. So if you guys want to see how we created this, please stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe so you guys can see more and also what we make at this large double-decker table. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you at the end of the video.
We're at Target, and look who it is. We're going to Home Depot.
Go, babe. Alright you guys, so we just came back from Target and Home Depot and got all of the pieces that we need to put this together. We got the plywoods and all of the bags from Home Depot, and we got these shelves from Target. This is the 3x3 9 square shelf that was the Room Essential brand because the Target one was a bit more out of our budget, and this one we still was able to make work for our project. So right here you see Ricardo simply getting all the pieces because they do have different letters and different numbers to make sure that you guys are putting them together correctly and in the right space. After we started putting it together, we did realize that it does feel a bit flimsy, so that is something that we're going to try to figure out later, how we are going to make it more stable. At this point now, you guys see Ricardo is putting in the screws. If you guys do not have a electric screwdriver, or a drill, you still can use a screwdriver, but it will just take you guys a bit more time, so do not be intimidated by that at all. So here you guys see that it is fully put together, and we do know that we wanted to add some more stability, so this is what we got from Home Depot. This was originally a 4x4 plywood that we had them cut down to 3x3, which matches the dimensions of the Room Essential shelf. Now, because we did not have the shelf there, we will show you guys later how we shaved it down to make sure that it fits perfectly. Now you guys see my 3-year-old standing there with the height reference, so you guys get an idea of how tall this table will be, or you still can stand up to it and still be like quite taller than it for sure. So Ricardo's just measuring where the connections would be so he can go back and use the nails that came with the Room Essential kit to add some shelf to, like, it comes with squares for the back. We're just going to be putting the plywood instead with those same nails and the hammer that it came with. Well, the hammer didn't come with it, but you guys get what I'm saying. So at this point, he's just making sure that he goes to where he put the marks for the permanent marker. That makes it easier for him to know exactly where to put it so that he doesn't go and crack the wood or go to a spot that doesn't have that connection piece. Now that we did that, it had much more stability, and we were very happy with the purchase that we made. and it was still cheaper than the other brand that was there at Target. Now here we are putting the trim on our tabletop. We will put the link below of what kind of tabletop this is, because I always butcher the name. Ricardo started using scissors, but he did realize that it wasn't the best method and it was chipping it a bit. Now this is an iron-on brim. Once you iron it on, it was really easy for him to use an X-Acto knife or a blade to go back and shape it well. You guys also notice that he is using a hard bottle to roll over to make sure that it is pressed down very well. That part is important because you do want it to be even, so you can grab a glass bottle or something that will be hard and circular to roll over that. Once you guys do that for all of your tabletops, you pretty much can move on to the next stage. Now we bought these feet to go on the bottom of shelves that we previously had, because we just wanted to make another table to go next to it that will create an L shape, and we can just move around, different things like that, to just have more flexibility. This is Ricardo going ahead to pre-drill it to make sure that the wood does not crack, and that it's much easier for the screws to just simply go right on in. This was very helpful. All you had to do was to screw the two sides together, and then the foot goes right into that silver plate. The link for the silver plate and the feet are also going to be down below in the description. Once we had all feet on, we still saw that it wasn't matching the height of our 3x3 white shelves from Target. So we went ahead and grabbed that plywood that was just about 1/4 of an inch tall, and that literally got it right to where we needed it to be to match our 3x3 shelves. We went ahead and put some Gorilla Glue for wood, not for hair, onto the back of that wood, and from there we're going to let it dry for the recommended time. Whatever wood that you use and whatever glue that you use, just go ahead and follow those recommendations to make sure that it doesn't slip or move or cause any trouble during your project. He also used a heavy printer as weights. If you guys have clips, you can feel free to do that as well. And also, you guys see we do not have any fancy or expensive wood cutting. He's just using a blade and he's going over it several times to weaken that bond, and then he broke it off on the end of the shelves. This project is extremely easy, and it is much needed. As you guys can see, the back of my office is a hot mess, but it is much better now with this shelf. Now here we're getting ready to add the brackets that goes from one shelf to the next. These are our 3x3 shelves back to back with the plywood touching each other that is on the back for stability. Well, like I said previously before, the wood was a bit uneven, and we realized that on the other side. So in a second, you guys will see that Ricardo is going to shave down the plywood that was sticking out on the side to make sure that we are able to put the bracket on with no issue and no wobbling. So this is him now trying it out and seeing that it wasn't even, and he just took a blade right over to just start shaving that wood down. If you guys have other tools, you can go ahead and use that too. Maybe even a sander would work to just sand that down to get that wood out of the way so that the bracket could go right on smoothly and easily for the best stability possible for this project. Now that it is all done, we're going to go ahead and pre-drill those holes and screw it right on the way that we showed you guys previously. And voila! These shelves are now connected. Next is going to be putting the tabletop to the shelves. The way that he's going to do that is just to make sure that it is as even as the human eye could see, with the ruler, of course. And we're just pre-drilling those holes to make sure that once again we have no wood splitting and we have no issues drilling those screws in. Now that those are pre-drilled, he's going back with the drill to add it. And now that he's done, he was just checking the weight limit. He's pretty light, so I'm not sure how much weight it can take, but we went ahead and checked that out. These are the baskets that we got from Target that match the room essentials, and we're just finding the pattern that we like. Once we realize that we like it, we're going on to the next project. You guys also can buy some from Dollar Tree if you're on a budget. At this point, we are working on the shelves that we had previously. I didn't want to get rid of these, and I did feel like it would add a whole nother table that gives me the ultimate workspace, especially for YouTube videos and especially for big orders where I'm like, I don't know where to put things. This was very helpful. So for this shelf, we did it quite differently. We used L-shaped brackets. Once again, that will be in the description below as well. We are making sure that this is as even as possible so that we have no wobbling and no issues. Once Ricardo got the measurements correct, you go ahead and repeat the same thing, pre-drill, and screw it on. Once you do that, you're going to go ahead and repeat the same thing for the other shelf on the other side, making sure that it is even and exactly where you want it to be, because once it's there, you don't want to have to move it. We're going ahead to put that other L-shaped bracket on. I do recommend that you guys make sure that these are really stable, because you don't want, for example, you will see Izzy playing around in this area. You don't want any accidents. You don't want your shelves to break. You don't want them to fall. You really do want the most stability and the most, I guess you can say, just comfort in knowing that it won't fall. It looks pretty stable, huh?
I guess.
You comfortable?
A little bit. This thing is kind of hard though. Alright. Wish me luck. I hope I don't fall.
Jesus God.
Oh shoot, where the thing at?
Okay.
Wait.
I'm gonna hold the table so you don't. Oh.
Alright.
Well, this is one of the tables. Ready to go.
Yeah.
This is the other one with two black things I had already. That's ready to go. Now, before I put everything together, I'm gonna show you guys some little details. This table kind of cracks sometimes, so you may get a crack like this. And also the side of the rim, when you're flipping it and clicking it, and because it's heavy, you may get something like that. But those are two little things to pay attention to if you get a white tabletop, because it's covered with something. What is it covered with? I don't know, but it's called Melamine. But let's go ahead and put this table together, and we'll show you guys what it is looking like and start putting some things back. Great, so you stayed to the end of the video, and I am so happy to see that you get to see me on top of this super sturdy, super handy, and super helpful desk. Now, if you do not think that you can do it, I left my trash right here so that we can remember where we put those type of thoughts. This project is easy, okay? You guys, we will try our best to put everything in the description box below so that you can go get exactly what we got and just really make it work for you. As far as the desk, you guys may even have some of these at home already. So remember that if you have two identical desks at home, you're halfway there. All you need to do is get a tabletop for less than what, this was about 30 bucks at Home Depot. Guys, it is so possible, and I'm reminding you that because I didn't think it was possible, and I watched hundreds, almost hundreds of videos trying to figure this out, literally. So I hope that this may be your last stop before you grab your car keys or a truck if your car is too small, because this tabletop was big, and you can cut it to the size that you want and go pick it up and start. Guys, I'm going to push you to be great, because you are great and we love you here on TullyVision, and we cannot wait to see you again next time. Now, if you guys do try this project out, and I'm turning my head because it took me work to get up here, and I realized that the camera probably didn't have all of me, so so please, if you guys do try this out, please go ahead and leave it in our Facebook group, TullyVision. And if we do make any changes with the name, which we're planning on doing really soon, just you know, be in the group and you'll see the name change, so you'll be able to stay connected with us. And speaking of staying connected, go ahead and click that bell. If you're here for crafts, go ahead and click personalized, and if you're here for us, go ahead and click all, and you'll see all the videos we post, from families to crafts to whatever, because we just really love to share with you guys here on YouTube. And we'll see you guys next time on TullyVision.